Yes. The time has finally come. I have just made my official Demon Slayer channel. So before we get into the video, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my Demon Slayer channel known as Tanjiro. Yes, if you guys know Tanjiro, I had to throw the little pun on the name, but no, no seriousness. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my Demon Slayer channel. A video should already be out. And if you guys love Demon Slayer, then get excited because I just got done catching up to the manga, and boy, oh boy, this series is nothing short of greatness. So in case you guys have not already, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my Demon Slayer channel. So today I'll be doing a video discussing the strongest of all and why you guys need to be excited for the strongest character in 7 Deadly Sins. Because when I tell you that the strongest character in 7 Deadly Sins is going to be comparable to Goku, I mean that he's going to be comparable to Goku in terms of strength. But no, in all seriousness, because I don't think anybody's going to get close to Goku, the strongest character in 7 Deadly Sins is one of the most debated topics just because 7 Deadly Sins is full with overpowered characters, and we have to figure out which one of these overpowered characters is the strongest of them all, because they all fall underneath different categories: demons, humans, goddesses. But there is one character that no matter what race it is, as Escanor would say, stands on top of all of them. And the number one candidate is obviously Meliodas, the main character. We know that he is basically the vessel for the Demon King. The Demon King himself has been hyping up Meliodas until the moment that he actually matured to where he could take over his body. That just goes to show you how hype and how strong Meliodas is. He was the former leader of the 10 Commandments, and everything about Meliodas' character just screams strength. I mean, we've seen how strong he was once he finally got his original power back. So I definitely have to say that Meliodas, him being a candidate for the strongest, it's definitely a no-brainer. And speaking of no-brainers, I gotta discuss Elizabeth, because a lot of people sleep on Elizabeth when it comes to power. Maybe it's because she's a female, I don't know. But similar to how Meliodas is looked at as the successor for the Demon King, Elizabeth is the successor for the Supreme Deity. Yes, we saw Ludasol, one of the leaders, or not one of the leader of the 4 Archangels, has said that Elizabeth has immense amount of potential. So the fact that Elizabeth, she was able to stand up to all these top tier demons goes to show you that she might not be one of the strongest like physically wise yet, but in terms of raw magic power, she could definitely become one of the strongest of all. And speaking of rawness, Zelgius is one of the most underrated characters in terms of strength. That's only because the Demon King himself, he did underplay Zelgius' abilities until he finally did take over Zelgius' body. He saw how strong Zelgius was. Yes, he confirmed that Zelgius was on par with Meliodas. In fact, he even was able to reach Zelgius, or the Demon King's prime in Zelgius' body. So that just goes to show you how strong Zelgius' potential truly is. And we know that had the Demon King would have paid more attention to Zelgius the same way that he paid attention to Meliodas, then Zelgius would have definitely had as much potential as Meliodas, or not potential, but as much power as Meliodas did have, because he already did have the potential. And speaking of potential, potentially the strongest human in the whole series, Escanor. Yes, Escanor, even in his one stage, we know that he is still one of the strongest characters. He was able to go up against characters like Meliodas and Zelgius. So Escanor, even though he wasn't the originator of the power, the fact that he was able to get that far goes to show you how strong he truly is. And speaking of the originator, I have to discuss Mael, aka, I'm not going to say his true identity, but just know that there's a character named Mael if you're anime only. He is the originator of the Sunshine Grace. And all I have to say is that because we know of all the things that he's done in the past and all of the demons that he has killed, I definitely do have to say that Mael, he definitely is looking like one of the strongest characters. And the only thing that does put him down is his own self-confidence. Yes, we see that Mael, even though he is confirmed stronger than characters like Ludasol and a lot of other stronger characters, we know that his self-confidence is definitely the biggest thing that does hold him back. He's not necessarily the most confident character. That's why he doesn't really get to show his strength, even though he is one of the strongest. And speaking of humans, I have to discuss Arthur, because we do know that he has potential to be the strongest human. In fact, I think he is the strongest human after what he displayed in his battle with Meliodas and Zelgius and the other demons. So once Arthur does actually unlock his full magic power, I definitely do think that he will be one of, if not the strongest characters. And last but not least, on terms of mortal wise, I definitely do believe that Merlin, she does have potential to become the strongest of all, just because she was the blessed child who had the power of infinity, and we know that she finessed, and I mean finessed, the Demon King and the Supreme Deity with ease. So that just goes to show you what type of character she is and how smart and cunning she is. But speaking of the Demon King, it wouldn't be a video if I didn't bring up the Demon King and the Supreme Deity, because now that we know how strong and what type of abilities they have, I think it's safe to say that we can compare them to everybody else in the series. I think it's safe to say that the Demon King, he cannot be beaten one-on-one. Yes, in a single battle one-on-one, it looked like that his power was unstoppable, because every time he was about to overpower Meliodas, somebody came in and saved Meliodas. So I definitely do have to say that the Demon King in a one-on-one battle, his power is definitely unmatched. And since the Demon King is that strong, I definitely do believe that the Supreme Deity has to be stronger. Yes, the Supreme Deity has shown to be more ruthless. It has shown to be a lot more aggressive than the Demon King. So even though we haven't been revealed to the Supreme Deity yet, I definitely do believe that she is one of the strongest characters. But when it's all said and done, I believe that the strongest character of them all is Meliodas at full power. And I know some of you guys must be thinking, whoa, did you say that the Demon King was pushing Meliodas back in his one-on-one fight? Well, yes, that is 100% true. The Demon King in his prime, once he finally did unlock his full power, he was beginning to get the upper hand on Meliodas until his friends came. But the fact that we have never seen Meliodas go all out, he has never tapped in and used 100% of his demon power in a fight, I think that's just safe to say that Meliodas is the strongest character, because Meliodas knows how strong he is, and he has seen the Demon King power. And we know that Meliodas, he doesn't really like relying on the demon's power either. Yes, we know that he doesn't necessarily regret being from the Demon Clan, but because his father tried to force him into being the Demon King, that's why he doesn't really like using the Demon King's power in combat. That's why he likes using full counter in his own moves. But the fact that he was able to stand up to the Demon King without using any of his demon power makes you really realize how overpowered Meliodas is. Because just imagine if he would have used his new and final form at full power, not only to break curses but to actually fight people, then we will really see how strong Meliodas truly is. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.